Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It is great to be with you. It is January 29, 2025. This is actually Wednesday evening, so we are on track for that. And it's great to have you with me here on Inspirations for Your Life. Again, the master topic for the week is embracing the journey, unlocking personal growth and adaptability. We're in series 4, in case you guys did not know that. And I bet you're wondering what the master topic is. Well, before I give you that, why don't you go off to the kitchen and get yourself something delicious, hot, warm, cold, sweet, or something healthy. Hopefully, you'll get something and come on back. And let's just kick this off, all right? So, first of all, our granular topic for tonight is a really good one, building resilience and fueling curiosity. We're on Series 4, Show 5, Episode number 5, and let's just dive in, all right, everyone? So, welcome to another powerful and engaging episode of the Inspirations for Your Life podcast. I'm your host, John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. I'm also a podcast coach. And tonight, I'm going to explore the transformative power of resilience and lifelong curiosity. These are two very vital traits and are essential for navigating life's constant changes and challenges. In this episode, we'll uncover how fostering resilience allows you to bounce back from setbacks, while a curious mindset keeps you motivated and continuously evolving. By embracing continuous learning, overcoming obstacles, and staying open to new experiences, you can unlock your fullest potential. So, what are you waiting for, everybody? Let's just dive in because I have a lot I want to share with you tonight. We'll dive into how you can cultivate these powerful qualities to fuel both personal and also professional success. So, it is great to have you with me. And so let's just dive right in with the show. All right. So, point number one, encourage continuous learning and growth. The world is constantly changing, and the only way to stay ahead of the curve is by committing to a lifelong set of learning, whether through formal education, self study, or simply staying curious about the world. Continuous growth ensures that you are always adapting and evolving. By seeking out new skills, knowledge, and experiences, you remain flexible and ready for any challenge that comes your way, ensuring that both personal and professional success in an ever-changing world are happening. So I think that's really an important thing for us to bring. So I'm going to go through everything, and then after we go through them, I will go through and give a story for each one. So let's move on to the next point, which is number 2. Foster an open mindset that embraces challenges. Resilience is built by tackling obstacles head on. When you cultivate an open mindset, you shift your perspective to view challenges as opportunities for growth. Instead of fearing difficulties, you learn to embrace them, knowing that overcoming them will help you develop strength, insight, and new capabilities. This mindset helps you stay focused and positive even when things don't go as planned, and motivates you to keep going when the going gets tough. So that's not always an easy thing to be part of, but I'm here to let you know that it's pretty cool if you do embrace it. But I think you will understand that the more you research and the more that you kind of play around, this makes sense. All right. So, number 3, build mental strength by overcoming setbacks. Setbacks are inevitable, but they don't define your journey. What matters most is how you respond. Resilience comes from the ability to bounce back from adversity, learning from each failure and using it as a stepping stone to success. Each time you face a setback, you grow mentally and emotionally, building the strength to handle future challenges with even more determination and wisdom. Hopefully that makes sense for everyone. I know that's maybe a little bit hard to understand, but we'll go into stories. And hopefully get you guys to understand this a little bit more. All right. Number 4, Inspire the pursuit of new knowledge and skills. Lifelong curiosity is one of the most powerful drivers of success. All right. So, the more you seek to learn, the more doors you open for yourself. Curiosity pushes you to explore new ideas, discover untapped potential, and uncover insights that can transform your life when you stay curious. You are constantly engaged and ready to adapt, turning every new experience into an opportunity for growth and self improvement. I think that's a very important thing, and most people don't realize that, but it is something really, really important. All right, let's move on to our next point. Our next point is number 5. Strengthen the ability to bounce back from adversity. Resilience isn't just about surviving tough times, it's about emerging stronger. Every time you overcome a difficult situation, you gain the ability to bounce back more quickly and more effectively. Strengthening your ability to recover from setbacks means that no matter how many challenges you face, you'll always be ready to face the next one with a renewed purpose and energy and focus, ensuring that long term success and emotional conditions are for your better well being. And I know that can sound challenging, but it is the truth, everyone. It definitely is the truth. So I know that this can be hard, but the more you live it, the better you are. Okay. You don't learn by just watching, you learn by doing and becoming a part of something. So let's move on to our next point. Cultivate a passion for self improvement. Staying motivated to improve is the key to personal development. A deep passion for self improvement keeps you hungry for knowledge and personal growth. This drive to always better yourself ensures that you are continuously pushing your boundaries, striving for excellence, and becoming the best version of yourself. This passion fuels your ambition and drives you to achieving your most significant goals, no matter what the obstacles are. All right. I think that's an important thing. Number 8, help you stay curious and driven. Curiosity is the engine behind sustained motivation. When you remain curious, you stay engaged with the world around you and keep seeking new opportunities. This curiosity helps you stay energized and excited about future in your life, ensuring that you remain motivated throughout your life and career. It keeps you moving forward, helping you to explore new possibilities and create a life filled with passion and purpose. And I think that's something a lot of people don't realize is what a life of passion and purpose are truly about. But they are definitely something interesting. All right. It's something that you might take some time to understand, but it can really make the difference to your success. Number 9, encourage the development of a growth mindset. Okay. A growth mindset is a fundamental trait that allows you to thrive in the face of challenges. The mindset encourages you to believe that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. By viewing challenges as opportunities to grow, you're more likely to take on new tasks, push your limits, and continuously improve. It also makes it easier to learn from mistakes, which is an essential part of growth. Number 10, promote flexibility and adaptability. So the ability to adapt to changing circumstances is vital in today's world. Flexibility allows you to reassess situations, pivot from things when necessary, and find new ways of achieving your goals or promises, whether it's adapting to a new job, a new environment, or a new challenge. Flexibility ensures that you're always moving forward, and this adaptability makes you resilient in the face of change and ensures that you can stay on track no matter what the obstacle is. So I think that's a very, very important thing for everyone to understand. But it's important to understand, what all this means. And maybe this can make you maybe realize some things in your life. And hopefully, maybe the more that you embrace this, the more that life can hopefully give you some inclinations. So when I talk about this, I'm going to go back to the very beginning, which is the very first point, and I'm going to talk about having a story with each point, because when we think about these points, it's hard to relate them to your life if you can't understand the story. Okay, I think that's probably one of the most important things. Is you have to do that. Okay, you really have to do that. If you don't, it's a very, very big problem. Okay. All right, let's move on and talk about the first point with the story. Encouraging continuous learning and growth. So this could be on a whole variety of areas in your life. It could be something that you get. It could be about education. It could be about a new language. It could be about relationships. It could be about your business. It could be about clients. Okay. It could be about the weather. It could be about any topic you could imagine. It could be about politics. It could be about things happening in the world. It could be about finances, right? So I think when we have the willingness to want to learn something and we keep doing that, things change in our life. Things change in our life. And the reason they change is because we're ready for the change. Okay. We're ready for the change. It doesn't happen like that. But when we're ready, it's like the change gives us the ability to move forward. All right. That's probably the biggest thing I can tell you about, um, you know, understanding this whole concept that I'm talking about, which is continuous learning and growth. We'll get new skills, as I said to you. Whatever age you're at, it's important to remember to learn. If you don't, you're going to miss the boat. And when I say miss the boat, you're going to miss opportunities to broaden your horizons. That sounds really interesting, doesn't it? Well, it is. It's a very interesting thing. And I think that if people recognize the fact that, you know, encouraging continuous growth is just one part of success. It could be formal education, like I'm going back to school to get my master's, self study. Maybe you're just learning from reading or from watching videos, or you're watching a show like mine. And I think understanding personal and professional success and how that can impact our life, I think that's really something powerful. But it's not something that everybody wants to venture to. Why? Because learning is not always easy. We sometimes hit roadblocks, we hit snags, and these happen because maybe we get confused, right? Whatever you do, if you keep embracing a spirit of learning, you're going to get better at it. I can tell you that. And you practice. Practice doesn't make things like to be perfect, but it makes you better. Okay. I think that is probably one of the most important things, is that it will make things better for you, but not perfect. Okay, that's probably the most important. It's not perfect. Number two, believe and foster an open mindset that embraces challenges. Now, I know what you're saying to me, John, like challenges is so hard. Like, how do I embrace a challenge? Well, it's your attitude. Okay. Your attitude makes the difference to how and why something is going a certain way. If you don't understand that, then maybe you don't quite get it, right? Maybe you don't get it. And maybe that's something that's a little confusing for a lot of people, but I'm here to tell you that it's the truth. It's absolutely the truth. So you've got to embrace that. And the more that you embrace that, the more that you'll be able to see that there is a big difference you can make in your life. I'm talking about not like a tiny difference. I'm talking about an astronomical difference. And the reason most people don't move on to these differences is because they get stuck. They get stuck in their life. They don't know how or when or where to do something. So I'm here to tell you that if you foster an open mindset, you're going to succeed. Okay. You learn to embrace the challenges, and the mindset helps you to stay focused and to be positive. It helps you to stay focused and positive, but it changes and shapes your mindset. Okay. That's probably the most important thing is to do that. But I will tell you that it's not about the entire mindset. It's about how you relate to things in your life. And so that's something that just takes time. Like, you don't get the answer to that like overnight. You don't get the answer to that, because you suddenly are aware of it. That's something that takes a lot of time. And many people don't want to put the time in. Why? Because it's work, because it's effort, right? That's important. Studying's not always easy, but if you enjoy the outcome of studying, if you enjoy the fact that, hey, it's making your brain better, that's something that I think is pretty priceless. Number three, we talked about building mental strength by overcoming setbacks. I've said to you that setbacks are going to happen, right? I've said that. When you get something that isn't going your way, you could say, well, gee, how can I take these lemons that I was given, right? How can I make them into lemonade? Now, that sounds a little wacky, but it's not. The solution to every problem is actually in the problem itself. So each time you face a setback, you grow mentally and emotionally, as I said before. So, how can you do this? Mental strength. Maybe somebody was not treating you right in a group, and maybe you've learned that you need to let that just roll off your back like water in the shower. Maybe you've learned that when things don't go the way you want, you've got to have a backup plan. Okay. And I think that's an important thing. What matters most in life, and I've said this many times, and I'm going to say it again tonight, it's how you choose to respond that shapes your character and also shapes whether people want to be around or whether people want to help you. I think that is probably one of the biggest, most important things that I can tell you. Okay. It has got to be the most important thing that I can tell you. The next one, inspiring the pursuit of a new set of knowledge and skills. So I've talked about the importance of growing your skills, okay? Your tool belt, if you will, but it's basically in your mind. I think when you learn how to do something, it's fun. But I think the other thing is that when you learn two things, when you learn how to be curious, you could then become victorious. Curiosity is kind of like what pushes us to do something, right? Because something's happened a certain way, then maybe we can explore it. I know, like in technology, I love to explore things. I think that is probably one of the most important things for you to understand. But it's not easy. I'm going to tell you that it's not easy to understand, and I think that happens because we're creatures of habit that really just want everything now. Now, it doesn't mean you can't have it, but what it means is you might need to do something first. All right. And that might be a hard thing for you to swallow because you feel that it's hard. Uh, And I'm here to tell you that, yeah, life can sometimes be hard, but if we embrace the spirit, okay, we have so much power that we didn't even know existed. So that all happens, ladies and gentlemen, because of a mindset. Because of a mindset. And that mindset will propel you forward. All right. That will propel you forward. Number 5, strengthening the ability to bounce back. So, how do you strengthen the ability? I think when you've learned how to be flexible, you've learned how to be open minded, and you've learned how to take some of the tough punches that you get in life. I've said this before, tough times never last, tough people always do. So that speaks to me saying that you overcome the difficult situation, you bounce back, you strengthen your core, and next time that happens, it's like it's a bump in the road. It's like no big deal. But when you start out, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's hard. You've got to embrace what that is, and you've got to figure out how do you find that extra strength? How do you find it? And sometimes that strength is just nowhere in visible sight. So what you've got to do is you've got to conjure that up from your belief that it is possible. Okay. That's probably one of the most important things that I can share with you. One of the most important things. Your belief is what can bring it into reality. All right. Number 6, support the exploration of new ideas. Okay. By constantly exploring new ideas, you stay ahead of the curve and innovative in both your personal and your professional life. People that don't explore new things are either going to stay still, stagnant, or they're going to regress backwards. And I think that's because this is why I like to tell people that we want to do things in our life. We want to keep practicing things, regardless of what age we are. We always want to keep that mental set of exercises going, whether it's constantly being able to make change. You might say, gee, I don't need to do that anymore. Sure, you do. Keep your brain active, build more neural pathways. And when you do something like practice math or practice something else, you're going to see that your creativity is going to skyrocket. And when you start to notice that, life is going to change for you and it's going to be a lot more pleasurable. It's going to be a lot more rewarding for you as well. Number 7, cultivate a passion for self improvement. So, when you know that you're studying something or doing something and you know you're doing it to improve your life, that should really charge or juice you up. Okay. It should. But if it doesn't, then that means, ladies and gentlemen, your why is not loud enough. Let me say that again. If what you're doing in life does not charge you, does not juice you, does not motivate you to get out of bed, your why is not loud enough. Your why is not strong enough. You better find a stronger why. You better find a reason to do what you do so you can keep doing it. Number 8, stay curious and driven. I've talked about curiosity before. And curiosity will keep sparking up your ability to get re-energized again. Almost like plugging in batteries, to a battery charger. The curiosity is kind of like, oh, wow, well, now I could do it this way. And I know a lot of times I'll do something and it's great, but then I'll learn a new way to do something like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've got to do that. Like, this is going to be amazing. And it really fuels me. And that's something that you can do for yourself, but it's not something that's just going to be handed to you. Explore life, get creative with life, understand that, if you don't make a mistake, you're never going to succeed. That's pretty powerful, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't make a mistake, you're never going to succeed. So start making mistakes. Learn from them. Don't make them again, and then you will succeed. All right. Um, Number 9, encourage the development of a growth mindset. So if we believe that we always need to grow, we always need to be better, we always need to keep improving what we're doing, what we're learning, then we will not only help ourselves, but we will help this great world that we live in and many people in it. Encourage development. Okay. View those challenges as opportunities and grow. You're more likely to go for that new task, okay, and push your limits, okay, when you view it as an opportunity. So there's so many things in life. You might say, John, I don't know how to do this. Well, look at the problem and look at the fact that it's an opportunity. And that opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, is something that you didn't realize. And when you see something as an opportunity, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I've got this opportunity. I can't believe that I can actually do this. Yeah, belief is so powerful. When we don't see what it is we're looking for right in front of our eyes, we sometimes shut down. And we shut down because we get frustrated. We think, oh my gosh, like, where's my life going? How am I ever going to do this? Take every day, ladies and gentlemen, one day at a time. That's a big thing I want to tell you. Take every day, one day at a time. If you take every day, one day at a time, you're going to realize that life isn't that hard. If you compartmentalize the task you need to do, you're going to realize life is not that hard. Now, I'm not going to tell you it's just easy, but it's going to be easier, right? Easier. I think that's probably a big issue is when we can make life a little bit easier for ourselves, then we suddenly have this ability to now do things more efficiently. We have maybe a greater desire to want to complete or do something or even start something because now we know that we're driven, and that's going to take us to completely different ballparks in our life, completely different stages, different opportunities. Go ahead and do that, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourself a great evening. We'll see you soon.